ఓం శ్రీ గణేశాయ నమః. ఓం శ్రీ సరస్వత్యై నమః. ఓం శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. ఓం సమస్తజన కళ్యాణే నిరతం కరుణామయం నమామి చిన్మయం దేవం సద్గురుం బ్రహ్మవిద్వరం సద్గురుం బ్రహ్మవిద్వరం. ఓం శృతిస్మృతిపురాణానాం ఆలయం కరుణాలయం నమామి భగవత్పాదశంకరం లోకశంకరం. శంకరం శంకరాచార్యం కేశవం బాదరాయణం సూత్రభాష్యకృతౌ వందే భగవంతౌ పునః పునః. ఓం నమో భగవతే శ్రీరమణాయ. హరి ఓం. See, we are in 17th chapter of Ramana Gita. So far we saw, because this chapter speaks about Jnana Praptim Nirupayati, attainment of knowledge, self-realization is spoken about. Now we saw that Jnanam doesn't take place in steps and stages. It takes place at once. That is what Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi said. Kramenayatina jnanam kinchit kinchit dine dine abhyasa paripakena bhasate purnam ekada. So jnanam is already there. That enlightenment is there already. So there is no question of realizing in slowly every day in bits. But abhyasa, practice is only for the purification of the mind. So more the mind is purified, eventually, slowly, when purification is complete, jnanam takes place at once. So there is no gradation in jnanam. That is what has been told. Okay. Now, based on this, that means jnanam has no stages in gaining knowledge. Knowledge takes place at once. Fine. Now, based on this, a question is raised by a questioner. The questioner Vaidarbha. Because Shastras speak in different language. Bhagavan said that jnanam takes place at once. Now, how to reconcile these two? That is what Bhagavan will speak for the question. The question is, Vaidarbha uvacha jnanasya munishardula bhumika kaschidiritāh shastreshu vidusham sreshtaih katham tasam samanvayah. Jnanasya munishardula bhumika kaschidiritāh shastreshu vidusham sreshtaih katham tasam samanvayah. So, vidusham sreshtaih, by the best among the scholars. Vidusham sreshtaih vidusham shastreshu. In the Shastras, what did happen? What Shastra says? A Munishardhula, a great Muni, mighty among the sages, Bhumikaha Kasidiritāh. See, in the Shastra, they spoke about stages. Think, certain planes, certain stages are mentioned. Gradation is mentioned. Knowledge takes place in steps. Right? Where they are called Sapta Bhumikas. 7 Bhumikas in Yoga Vasishtam also in other Upanishad. So Bhumikaha Kashidhiritaha. They mentioned about Bhumikas. First, second, third, 4, 5, 6, 7 planes are there. 7 Bhumikas are there. 7 steps are there. Gradations are there. So everybody goes through the 7 steps in gaining knowledge. But Bhagavan Maharshi said, there are no grades in knowledge. Knowledge takes place at once. There are steps and stages in purification of the mind. Degree of purification. Slowly it happens. But not the jnanam, realization. So, Shastreshu Vidusham Sreshtahi. Katam Tasam Samanvaya. How to reconcile them? The Sreshtahi Vidusham, the best among the learned people, they spoke about these 7 Bhumikas actually. Bhumikas. There are 7. How to reconcile? That is the question. So, Jnanam ekameva mukti ekavidhayeva iti bahuda pratipadyate Sri Maharshina. Knowledge is one, liberation is also one. This was told by Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi in many ways. It has been said, there are no stages in liberation, types of liberation. Knowledge is one, mukti is one. Shastrani tu Sapta Bhumika Pratipadanat Taratamyam Ahu. There are Taratamyam, gradations, stages are said in Shastras when they speak about Sapta Bhumikas, 7 planes, 7 steps, 7 gradations in gaining knowledge, in gaining realization. Tasmat Prashtuhu Samshaya. Therefore, the doubt in the mind of the questioner, Vaidarbha. Because Ramana Maharshi said Jnanam takes place at once. But here our Shastra speak about 7 gradations. So, Katham Sopana Paramparanam Bhumikanam Jnanasya Ekarupatve Samanvayo Bhavati iti pruchati. When Jnanam is one, you said, how to reconcile these two? How is it possible, Samanvayam, between these two? Shastra speak about 7 and you speak about only 1. So, Munishardhula, Rishishreshta, Shastreshu Vidusham Sreshtahi Jnanasya Kaschit Bhumikaha Iritaha Katam Tasam Samanvayati Yojana Tathacha Ahuhu Jnanasya Sapta Bhumikaha Santiti Tathacha Mahopanishadi. Now there are Mahopanishad is there, Mahopanishad. In the Upanishad, this is mentioned, but also in Yoga Vasishta, the 7 steps are mentioned. Yoga Vasishta. And there are huge commentaries, very great analysis on these 7 steps, which we will not go now because it is a deep study of Vedanta, very deep. So here, it is a Tathacha Maha Upanishadi. In the Maha Upanishad, he quoted, our Kapala Shastri is quoting. Avabhodam vidurjnanam taditam sapta bhumikam muktistu jneyamityuktaha bhumika saptakat param. Viduhu avabhodam jnanam, avabhodam tadidam sapta bhumikam. So the wise people know, they speak about that knowledge is attained through 7 planes, degrees, 7 steps, 7 stages. Muktistu jneyamityukta bhumika saptakat param. What is the liberation then? The total liberation is one who transcends all the 7 stages or 7 grades, 7 steps of attainment of knowledge. Iti arabhya, in the Upanishad, with that sloka it started. Then some slokas he quoted, mantras from the Upanishad. Bhumika abhyasat swatma ramataya dhrudam abhyantaranam bhakhyanam padarthanam abhavanat padartha bhavananama sashti bhavati bhumika yesha hi jivan muktestu turyavasteti vidyate videha mukti vishayam turyatitamataha param. Now see, here the 7 bhumikas are mentioned here, but now let us hear the sloka bhumika abhyasat swatmaramataya dridam. When you practice these bhumikas, eventually one will get established firmly in one's own self. That is what is so beautifully said in the Maha Upanishad. But then in the Upanishad, in the quotation what he did by our Kapala Shastri, he directly goes to 6th step, because he did not quote everything. What is 6th step? Abhyasa abhyantaranam bhakyanam padarthanam abhavanat padartha bhavana nama sashti bhavati bhumika. This is best is 6th step he quoted here. Now I wanted to explain all the 7 stages as mentioned, same thing in Yoga Vasishta, not different, same Shastra mentioned, but what are the 7 steps for your understanding? In a simple way, I will touch upon them. This then 6th step will come here. 6th and 7th. First one is Shubhecha. Shubhecha is a good desire. So an aspiration to awaken to the truth. Moksho me bhoyat iti ichcha Shubhecha. So this is the first step. I must know the truth. I must become free from the bondages of matter. That is called first step, Shubhecha. Jnana Prapti, first step. Second is Vicharana, inquiry. Then the seeker begins systematic inquiry into the nature of the Atman. How? By study of Vedanta, by going to a guru, by satsanga, shravanam and mananam, vicharana, both he will do. Shravanam and mananam through listening and reflection. The second stage, vicharana, begins. Now the third stage is Tanu Manasa. Tanu Manasa meaning, Tanu means what? Thin. See, mind becomes very thin, meaning in the mind, the desires for the worldly desires becomes reduced. Mind is no more entertained by the world. Vasanas are reducing, significantly reduced. Mind becomes very subtle. Mind becomes inwardly turned. Mind cannot be brought out easily, pulled out easily from its own state of bliss inside. Bliss of contemplation, thinking. That's called Tanumanasa. Now, fourth stage, Sattva Apatti. Sattva Apatti. Sattva Apatti, Sattva Apatti. That is, one becomes very well established in purity. So, mind becomes pure Sattva. And it starts reflecting Brahman, meaning mind is recognizing Brahman. This is called here the first step of liberation is complete. Think. So Tanu Manasa is the fourth step, is a Jivan Mukti. In the sense, is the direct glimpses of self-knowledge, they start arising here. And the world is seen as a dream. Dream-like. Gurudev said, to a man of realization, the world appears as though hazy, like smoky, not clear. In the sense, it's all mithya, dream-like. There is no permanency in anything. He sees that. The fifth step is what? Asamsakti. Asamsakti. Shakti ka. Sakti. Asamsakti. Asamsakti means non-attachment. Meaning, in this fifth stage, he completely withdraws. Non-attachment. Think. He may act in the world minimum as per the requirement, but internally he remains untouched by any of these things. He is more rooted within himself, asamsakti. He lives like a lotus in water, absolutely not disturbed. The next step is what? Padartha bhavana. Padartha bhavana. Padartha bhavana means he doesn't see any objects. He sees Brahman alone. He sees Brahman alone. The multiplicity of objects disappears. In his understanding, all is Brahman. Everything he sees as Brahman. There is no differentiation. Everything he sees Brahman expressing as various objects. And the seventh step is Turyaga, the supreme state, complete abidance in the self. It's a Jivan Mukti. There no duality remains. Completely withdrawn. So, Shubhecha Vicharana Tanu Manasa Sattva Pattihi Asamsakti Padartha Bhavana Turiyaga Cha Saptami. These are the 7 stages mentioned in Yoga Vasishta. Same thing here. So, Videha Mukti Vishayam Turyatitam. Ultimately, Turyatita Avastha, beyond Turiya, 7th state is Videha Mukti. The body is dropped and absolutely free. He becomes one with eternal Chaitanyam or consciousness. That is the final 7 bhumikas. But when Shastras speak about 7 bhumikas, when Bhagavan says there are no bhumikas, knowledge is one, liberation is one, knowledge takes place at once, not in gradation. The moment you realize, oh, I am this, I am not body, mind, intellect, etc. That's it. For that realization, practice is necessary, purification is necessary of the mind. But knowledge takes place at once. So how to reconcile these two? What Bhagavan said and what Shastras say, Bhagavan answers. Bhagavan uvacha Shastrokta bhumika sarvaha bhavanti parabuddhigaha muktibheda prajna jnanamekam prajanatam. Shastrokta bhumika sarva bhavanti parabuddhigaha muktibheda prajna jnanamekam prajanatam. Very clearly Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi gave all the states, Shastrokta bhumikaha sarva, all the 7 states in attainment of knowledge as spoken in Shastras, they all there exist. But where? They are all existing in the perception of others. Perception of other minds. Parabuddhigaha. So others perceive these stages in a Jivan Mukta Purusha. Man of realization. In man of realization, he doesn't see all these stages in himself. But People see these stages in him. So, Shastrokta Sarvabhumikaha Muktibheda iva Parabuddhiga Bhavanti. Prajanatam Jnanam Ekamiti Anvayaha. So, what is to be understood is, one should know that Jnanam is one. So, from the standpoint of others, they classify, they categorize. He is in this stage, he is in that stage, etc. Mukti Ekavidha eva syat prajnanasya avisheshatah mukti swarup vichare iti pratipaditam. Mukti swarup vichare mukti ekavidha eva syat prajnanasya avisheshatah iti pratipaditam. In 14th chapter, Mukti Vichara, Jivan Mukti Vichara, in 14th chapter of Ramana Gita, in 4th sloka, this line comes. Mukti ekavidha eva syat. Liberation is only of one type. Prajnanasya avisheshatah. Because the consciousness is one without a second. There are no different types of consciousnesses. Different types of consciousness. No. So therefore, evam jnanasya ekarupattvadeva muktehe ekavidhyam. Because jnanam is only one, knowledge is also one. Experience, liberation is also one. When vedastu parabuddhigah spashtam. But differences are from the standpoint of others. In the jnanam, there is no distinction. In jnanam, awakening, experience, in realization. That is a beautiful thing which we should know. No, but jnani, so parabuddhikaha, it is explained further. Because jnani, every jnani, he has a body, Jivan Mukta Purusha, liberated man, but still having the physical body. So he will move in the world, he will talk in the world, he may have certain hobbies, habits. All these are seen in the Jivan Mukta Purusha. Others watch him. From his standpoint of view, there are no stages. He has awakened to the truth. So their conduct is there, is observed by people. Their conduct is observed and people categorize them, classify them. So continuing in 8th verse, Charyam dehendriyadinam vikshārabdhanusāriṇīṃ kalpayanti pare bhūmi tāratamyam navastutah. Charyam dehendriyadinam vikshārabdhanusāriṇīṃ kalpayanti pare bhūmi tāratamyam navastutah. Charya means conduct. Dehendriyadinam charyam vikshya arabdhanusarinim charyam vikshya. People see the conduct. Dehendriyadinam charyam vikshya. So others see according to the prarabdha of the other person, the Jivan Mukta Purusha. Because everyone has a prarabdha. Prarabdha continues as long as the body is there. But the inner person has already awakened to the truth. From his standpoint of view, there is no prarabdha, nothing. He is totally liberated. But for onlookers, he has some conduct. He eats, he sleeps, he thinks, he plays, he may like some type of food, he may not like some type of food. Think. All these are all seen. That's what it says. Arabdhanusarinim dehendriyadinam charyam vikshya pare bhumihi kalpayanti. So looking of different conduct according to the prarabdha of the body, conduct of sense organs and the body according to the prarabdha of the person. Others see, superimpose, imagine. Others imagine these states or stages in the Jivan Mukta Purusha. From the standpoint of Jivan Mukta Purusha, there are no stages. He is awakened to the truth. Na vastutaha taratamyam iti bodhyam, iti yojyam. So, in essence, there is no taratamyam. There is no gradation, in essence. But from the standpoint of others, all these stages exist. Think. So, yadyapi jnaninaha karmabandha nasti iti prag upapaditam. Earlier it was said that a jnani, awakened, a Jivan Mukta Purusha, has no karma. Karma bandha is not there, no bondage of karma. Tathapi parabuddhigatam bhedam apekshya arabdhanusarinim iti charyayaha visheshana upapadanam. Even though he has no karma, okay, but from the standpoint of, or from the point of others who have different minds of others, they say, whatever the conduct is there, that conduct is according to the prarabdha. Conduct is according to the destiny. According to the destiny of the person. Quite interesting. So, whatever actions are undertaken by a man of realization, according to his prarabdha of the deha, indriya, etc., prarabdha, others look at that and they call it as the Mahatma's conduct. So, conduct is the word used. They consider that as a conduct of the Mahatma. Conduct of the Mahatma is already untouched and beyond. But prarabdha ke anusar, according to prarabdha, certain activities are seen at the physical level. The way he walks, talks, eats, sleeps. From his standpoint of view, no prarabdha. From others' point of view, prarabdha is there. So they find out some conduct. They see conduct in him. Ayam bhavaha jnaninaha dehendriyadi vyaparam itare janaha avidvanso društva. So the jnani's conduct, dehendriya vyaparam, transactions of the body and indriyas, others see. Having seen such kind of a conduct by the others in the Mahatma, iyamasa sashti jnana bhumika avidruštva ayam jivan muktopi prarabdham munkte. See, people talk like that. He is a liberated soul, but he has to go through his prarabdha. His prarabdha, he is going through his prarabdha. He is not going through. He is beyond. But we feel that he is going through prarabdha. Prarabdha karmana eva sharira yatrapi siddhyati asya. See, he may be Mahatma, but prarabdha karma is there. So he is undergoing the prarabdha, and because of prarabdha karma alone, sharira yatra is possible, life is possible. Iyamasa sashti jnana bhumika. Oh, this is, he has reached sixth plane, sixth step, sixth bhumika, padartha bhavana. He reached. Like that, some people. Ahuscha. Some people say, Yeshahi jivan muktishu turyavastha iti vijjate. Videha mukti vishayam turyatitamata param. See, jivan mukta vishaya mukteshu turyavastha. Turyavastha, if you reached jivan mukta purushaha. What is videha mukti? Dropping the body, turyatitam. Iti ayam bhumika bhedaha parabuddhigataha na jivan mukta gataha. These differences are from the standpoint of others not from the standpoint of the Mahatma. Parabuddhigataha, na Jivan Muktagataha, not from the standpoint of Jivan Mukta Purusha. Atra upapattihi prage pradarshitaha, Jivan Mukta Purusha na kenapi vyavaharena bhadyate. Earlier it was said very clearly. And important thing is Jivan Mukta Purusha, a liberated soul, is not affected by anything in this world. He is not affected. Why? He is deeply rooted in his own self. Saha avichalya nishto jnayaha. Understand that he is established in his own self, which is unshakable. So unshakably, he is established in his own self. Shastrani eva ahuhu. Shastra alone speaks, says what? Quote, Jivan muktaha na majjanti sukhadukrasa sthite. Liberated souls are not caught up or drowned in the states of sorrow and happiness, or happiness and sorrow. See, they are not caught up. Sukham comes and goes, Dukkham comes and goes. He is not affected at all. Prakritenatha karyena kinchit kurvanti vanava. Depending upon the condition and situation demands, he may do work, little work, he may not do also. He is free. No papa, no punyam. Parshvastha bodhita santaha purvachara kramagatam. Purvachara krama agatam. The Mahatmas, those are always in divine consciousness. But as per the old traditions, told by people who are in front of them, they say, oh, this is our tradition, this is our achara, this we have been doing here in this way. Then for Purusha, it's okay, this Jivan Mukta Purusha. ठीक है. According to the Purva Achara, he also performs actions. Acharam acharanti eva supta buddhavad uttitaha. How does he perform all activities in the world? Just as a person woken up from sleep. In the sleep, he is walking, talking, not fully aware, but is aware. He is not tempted, he is not attached to anything. Think. So that's how they live. Iti Mahopanishadi, that's he quoted here. That's how great Mahatmas live. They are not affected. Now one more question asked, last question. Vaidarbhavacha prajnanam ekada siddham sarvajnana nibharhanam tirodhatte kimajnanat sangad ankuritat punaha. Prajnanam ekada siddham sarvajnana nibharhanam tirodhatte kimajnanat sangad ankuritat punaha. Now the another question is asked. Prajnanam ekada siddham. Yeah, now there is no doubt. Once knowledge is established, prajnanam ekada siddham sarva jnana ajnana nibarhanam. Sarva ajnana nibarhanam. Which is that knowledge? Destroyer of all ignorance. Sarva ajnana nibarhanam. Prajnanam ekada siddham. That knowledge, once accomplished, that knowledge having accomplished which, that realization having accomplished which, that's the language. Sarva ajnana nibarhanam. All ajnanam is thrown out, destroyed. No more ajnanam. Now, Tirodhatte kim ajnanat sangad ankuritat punaha. Now the question is, he liberated, ignorance gone away, he awakened to the truth. But when he is in touch with the world outside, when he gets associated with the worldly people, will he get attached to the worldly people and objects? And again, does that knowledge what he gained and awakened, will it go back? Will it drown? Will it dissolve? Will it disappear? Will it vanish? And ignorance again sprouts up. I realized, I understood, worked hard, realized the truth. But after realization, I started moving in the world, got attached to things and beings. Then I lost my realization. It goes away. Does it happen like that? Or it remains? That's what Ramana Maharshi was asked. Jnana may go. So Bhagavan Vacha. So it doesn't happen, he says. Ajnanasya pratidvandvi napara bhuyate punaha prajnanam ekada siddham bharadvaja kulodhvaha. Ajnanasya pratidvandvi napara bhuyate punaha prajnanam ekada siddham bharadvaja kulodhvaha. A bharadvaja kulodhvaha ajnanasya pratidvandvi na parabhuyate punaha. Parabhuyate. Parabhavam. Parabhavam means what? Defeated. Lost. Vanished. Here he says, na parabhuyate punaha. Ajnana pratidvandvi. Ajnanasya pratidvandi. Pratidvandi means what? The opposite of ignorance. That is pratidvandi, inimical. Knowledge destroys ignorance. So knowledge is the enemy of ignorance. When the knowledge is gained, ignorance is dissolved. Again, same person when in contact with worldly people, will his knowledge go away and I become ignorant again? That's again question. Bhagavan said it will not happen. Ajnanasya pratidvandvi virodhi ekada sakrut siddham prajnanam prakushtam satya pratyaya ashraya swarupa jnanam punaha na parabhuyate na tiraskrutam bhavati. Once you gain that knowledge, that is the support of sarva ashraya jnanam. It is support. It's a conviction of support of conviction that I am Brahman. Once it is attained, it is never lost. Punaha na parabhuyate tiraskrutam na bhavati. It is not defeated again. It is not overthrown. Knowledge once you gain, it will always be with you. Not theory knowledge. Theory knowledge you forget. It is memory based. Okay. Therefore, the conclusion is says, Siddhe prajnane bandha mokshati tattva sravanat kuto ajnanasya punarudbhavaha. When the supreme knowledge is once gained, and that knowledge which is beyond both bondage and liberation, these thoughts also, these concepts also doesn't exist. There is no concept of bondage, both are transcended by a Mahatma. How can ignorance again rise again in that person? Is it ever possible? That's what I asked. Atma darshanat sarva karma kshayaha sarva sandeha dvamsascha hi bhavataha. When all this Atma darshanat on account of self-realization, Atma darshan, when all karmas are destroyed, all doubts are dispelled. Katham punah karma hetuhu dehatma bandho dehatma bhavimano. The karma, what is the karma? Again, how can the cause of the karma bandha? Cause of karma is identification with the body, mind, intellect, etc. How can you again identify with the body, mind, intellect? When you awaken to the truth that you are pure, eternal, blissful consciousness. Who will come back to samsara again? In Ajnana Kshetram Paditam, again the field of Ajnana is created. Who will come back to this Jagat again? To the field of ignorance again? Think. Nobody will come. So, Bidhyate Hrudaya Grantihi Chidyante Sarvasamshayaha Kshiyante Chasya Karmani Tasmin Drushte Paravare. This is the sloka from Upanishad. When all doubts are, knots are cut asunder, all doubts are dispersed, dispelled, all karma bondages are all destroyed, diminished, disappears. Tasmin Drushte Paravare. Once you recognize He alone is all over, up and above, everything is pervaded by consciousness. How can you come back to this Jagat again? That plurality, as Gurudev says, again identifying with the plurality, not possible. So in this knowledge is purification of Antakarana Shuddhi. We must try. That is our spiritual progress. But when completely mind is purified, the truth reveals in its own glory. It shines in its own glory. It is always there, but we don't know. Thus, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi's grace, we have completed 17th chapter of Ramana Gita. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Arihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Arihi Om. Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you all. Hari Om.